Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here and welcome to another video. Today is going to be a video that is another discussion video as we normally do. And this is just a discussion that I just had in mind. So for those of you that follow me on Twitter, as you guys know, I have been testing out the gameplays and head-to-head and an ultimate team and trying out different things to see what I can do to get consistent gameplay, which there is nothing. But I wanted to have a little discussion and I wanted to see if you guys would agree with this. But I really feel like EA really needs to add a casual game mode to Ultimate Team because right now there's none, right? And when you go onto FIFA, right, the few options that you have right now is, and I've talked about this in my gameplay content video because it just sucks, right? Because it's just from like playing other games and everything that it's kind of annoying. Because listen to this, right? You hop on Ultimate Team, right? And the only things that you can do is play division rivals, foot champs on the weekends, and online draft. Online draft, you have to pay 15K to use a team that you may not want to use at all. And in division rivals, if you're in the top 3 divisions, it's just sweaty games, just abusing game mechanics all the time. And it got me thinking, right? Because when I was playing head to head to try out the gameplay, so as you guys know, I'll even show you guys this right now. I went to head, and as you guys know, like my first like 4 or 5 games, I would go into the game and just feel out the game, trying out different things, and then I would leave to try out something else to see if it would fix the issue. Like I would do hard resets to my console, so on and so forth, right? So, because I don't really care about my record in online seasons. But then there was like 8 games, right, where I'm like, I'm just gonna play just to fuck. It wasn't even. I don't even know if it was 8. I think it was like 8 games. Let me see. So it was like me using different teams. Like I was using Barcelona like twice, Real Madrid, France, Belgium, PSG, Liverpool, Spurs, Man City, Juve. You know, and these were the games, right? So you could see that there were 3-0 because it was just games that I just left. And when you leave the games, it obviously gives the opponent 3-0. This one, I was trying out like different shit. And then this one, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to play like somewhat serious, but still like fuck around, you know? And honestly, it was just fun, right? Because the open matchmaking, right, is what makes this game fun because I was just messing around. I was just doing random skill moves. I was trying out different formations that I would never use in Ultimate Team because Ultimate Team right now, you have to only use sweaty formations, 4-2-3-1s, 4-1-2-1-2s, you know, stuff like that. But like the formations that the teams use in online seasons is just random, right? Like this is me switching to the 4-2-3-1, but like, you know, when I was using teams like I was using like Liverpool, right? Liverpool plays the 4-3-3, and I was like, you know what? I want to play Liverpool style of play, 4-3-3. I stuck with that team, never changed a single player. Same thing with Man City, right? Another 4-3-3 formation, stuck with that team, and it got me thinking because this is fun, right? Trying out different teams, trying out different formations, like that's what FIFA should be about. And it was just interesting to me because Ultimate Team doesn't have this concept, right? At least like if I was building coins and I got like not as good as a reward as playing Division Rivals because Division Rivals is the competitive mode. It just feels like it makes sense to just have fun and use different players. Like, dude, this team right here has David Silva and Bernardo Silva. You would never catch anybody dead to use those 2 as center mids, but it was just fun to use them because I never use them. I never get to use them because it's just fun that way, right? Like obviously if you have a casual game mode, you'll still have the people that are going to try hard and use like those god teams in those like tournament things. But you can avoid that being an issue, right? Like this is something that I've always explained to people, and some people don't agree with this, but I feel like EA, right, should really give the player an option to display their record on the home screen or not to display it on the home screen, right? Because I just feel like the game should really be about just having fun and messing about, right? If you're serious about the competitive and you care about your win-loss ratio that much, then you can have the option to leave it on the home screen. But I just feel like it's just not fun that way, you know? Like people are prone to not trying out different teams. It's the same exact concept, right? As Call of Duty when the kill-death ratio was the most important thing in the world, right? Like people really cared about the kill-death ratio, and what do? They camped more often, right? And they changed the play style because they really cared about it, right? And I just feel like, I don't know, I was thinking about it. I was playing head to head, and it's not because of the wins. It was because of what I was doing. Like I was using things I would never use. My midfield was open and stuff, but it was just fun to use the 4-3-3s. It was fun to use tactics from all these different teams and just try out different stuff. And I feel like if EA just had either divisions from Division 10 to Division 5 and Division 6 to Division 1, or 10 to, you know, like just to have an open matchmaking. Or I really think it should be the online tournament of the World Cup. Now listen, when I say the online tournament of the World Cup, I don't mean that EA should, you know, okay, so you know how like the online tournament of the World Cup was, it was basically like it was only World Cup players, right? I don't mean it in that sense. What I do mean it in the sense of is the format of the tournaments, right? So it would be nice to just have 3 open matchmaking games, and then when you get to the rounds, yeah, it's a little bit more serious, but it's just fun that way, right? Because when there's open matchmaking, you can just fuck around and just do whatever, right? And I just feel like that's the more fun way of playing FIFA, right? Because like I said, I was playing head to head, and I was like, dude, I'm not stressed right now because I'm just fucking around. You know what I'm saying? Like I was just messing about, and I feel like that's where I had fun playing FIFA. Because even back in the day in like FIFA 15, right? Even if you were in Division 1, Division 1 was the top 3 divisions, and Divisions was the only game mode you can play, right? So the matchmaking was still kind of open, right? Because the matchmaking was kind of open, because everyone had to play divisions and everyone was at least Division 3, 2, 1, it was open matchmaking, and you were just playing against like different types of calibers of players. I feel like when you play against competitive players all the time, this game just gets exhausting, right? Like not only did they have that for the weekends, but now they had added that for the weekdays. And like I said, I really think that if the online tournament mode was a game mode, it would allow you to just use whatever the hell you want. And then again, like the challenges, man, like challenges need to be a thing in this game, you know? Like in Call of Duty, you have so many challenges to get different calling cards and emblems, and FIFA doesn't have any of that. But in FIFA, you can have far more concepts than Call of Duty does, and Call of Duty has so many different calling cards and emblems, and it just sucks. It literally just sucks because I don't like playing competitive FIFA all day, every single day. Like it's not fun in this game, especially in this game, because there's so much random bullshit that happens. Right? Like this is the farthest game from competitive. Like if you I was making a Twitter video, and I showed the video of like Gorilla and Taz playing against each other. Guys, go watch that game, the 100K Squad Builder one, and tell me this game isn't just awful. Time finesse shots, deflections, crosses. Like if you just eliminate, right, just that single match, right, just put online tournaments there. Because I know I keep reiterating myself because I'm streaming and I'm talking about this, but I feel like it just sucks. You know what I mean? Like, just have something fun for your players to do, man. This game is, they're taking this game too seriously, man. Like with all these competitive modes, and it sucks. You're killing your game like this, man. Like football, just try out different stuff. Like, dude, you know what I would love to do? I would literally love to do Portuguese league teams. I would love to use a Portugal squad, right? If you use a Portugal squad in division rivals, you are literally screwing yourself, okay? Because the wins are too important. And like I said earlier, man, Overwatch doesn't display your win-loss ratio. It's not out there for the world. They have it, right, in their settings in the game, but it's kind of like hiding in there, right? And you have to like actually go and look for it. What they care about is what your actual rank is, right? And even the pub games, to have fun and try out different characters and not be scrutinized because you're not using certain characters for competitive, they're just having fun and just messing about. There's tons of people playing public matches, right? Because they don't want to play competitive, right? Because they want to be able to use the different characters and just have fun, right? And guess what? The record doesn't show, because it's just about fucking around and having fun, right? Like, I don't like that EA eliminated this concept, because especially as a streamer and as a content creator, like, you know how Fortnite guys, right, can play like a full like 12 hours, 13 hours, 10 hours, 8 hours of Fortnite consistently. It's because their matchmaking is open matchmaking. There's no skilled ranked matchmaking in Fortnite, especially since they actually asked their community. They're like, hey guys, should we add skill-based matchmaking? The community said no. You know why? Because the good players like doing well against the bad players, and the bad players like getting, well, they don't like getting crapped on by the good players, but the bad players learn to get better at the game, right? Like, it's just, there's no balance of that in Ultimate Team. Like, the only thing you can do right now is single matches. You know what single matches is? People don't understand what the problem with single matches is. Let me explain to you guys what single matches is. People who are good at FIFA will think the same concept like I do. What they're going to do is they're going to go play single matches because they want to play a less competitive game mode. But guess what? There's going to be other people doing the exact same thing, and it's just going to be the same thing as division rivals. Because literally that's what I found. If I go search for a single match right now, let's see if I can even find somebody, because I'm actually very curious if I can, right? Guys, I don't mean to complain all the time. I just, like, it's so hard not to for this game, because I feel like these guys, they don't play video games, and they don't know how to make a proper video game. Like, there's so much wrong with this game. It's mind-blowing, right? Like, let me just go to a single match. And it's gonna probably show like a team that's like, I don't even know. I'm gonna see if I can find a match. We'll just be searching while we're talking, right? I feel like there needs to be a casual game mode, man. Like I don't like that there isn't one. I keep reiterating it. I'm streaming. This is why it's like it's not really like a formatted video, but I don't know, man. I don't know what to make of this. You know what I'm saying? Like, every game gets it right, but FIFA. Like, EA don't know how to make video games. Like Call of Duty, you have pub matches. In the future, they're going to add their competitive playlist. But guess what? Not everybody's playing competitive playlists. You know what happens in Call of Duty when like medium tier or low tier players, look, 2 bar, 1 bar. Let's see who I'm actually matching up against, because you guys know that I have the Net Duma router, so I'm actually curious to see. Los Angeles FC. Let's see what I'm actually matching up with here. Yeah, I actually matched up with someone from Los Angeles, so. But 2 bars, you know, like, I don't know, man. Like, there's no casual modes, and they just need to add one. That's pretty much it, guys. Like, it's just a little rant, right? Like, I don't know, man. They don't know how to make video games. Call of Duty has pub matches. They have competitive on this side as well. Overwatch, pub matches. Not competitive, just have fun, fuck around. Your record is not displayed. Call of Duty doesn't display your KD ratio, because they know that in past years people played to their KD ratio. But now, since KD ratio isn't displayed to the world, right? They just fuck around and do whatever, use different guns. Like, Call of Duty is fun now because you're gonna still have those sweaty kids, but not every single person is using the ICR and the freaking SOG. Like, they're using like different guns to have fun, right? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know if this concept like evades the FIFA community, but it's definitely a thing in the gaming community, right? Overwatch, same thing. Black Ops, same thing. Fortnite, same thing. Like, I don't know, man. That's pretty much it, guys.